was the most useful, informative. Worldwide movement. You have to put it in perspective. There's more nationalistic, isolationist, if you will, movements around the world than Brexit. I mean, this is really very similar to Brexit. I think people were voting for change, even though they didn't fully know what kind of change they were going to get. They just wanted something different. And I think Secretary Clinton, in this political world, sometimes qualifications can be a disadvantage. And she was running as a kind of a lot of things coming together. The other thing is, we got to realize how close this was. I did a quick calculation this morning. I figure if 150,000 votes or so had changed in Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan, you would have had an entirely different outcome. She's already leading in the popular vote. A couple 100,000 votes out of 117 million. That's 0.1%. If nothing else, this election is going to be an all-time argument for everybody to get out and vote.
Well, Senator, now what? I mean, now that the Republicans hold the...
And I think you call balls and strikes. My philosophy always has been, as I call them as I see them. And if he comes forth with a policy that I think... some segment of our population, I'm not going to support. We do have a system of checks and balances.
Yeah.
I think another thing that's very important, Allison, is the president has enormous... The checks and balances don't work all that well when it comes to foreign policy. So that's an awesome responsibility that I hope he'll dive into and not take lightly. President's words can change things very quickly.
Well, Senator, we've had a couple of his surrogates on this morning, and they say that his first order of business will be to repeal and replace Obamacare. How do you feel about that?
Well, I've often heard this repeal and replace, but I've never heard the replace part. And I've heard something about selling insurance across state lines. That already happens. We have large insurance companies that are selling health insurance across state lines. I think it would be a tragedy, and I certainly won't in any way cooperate. 4 years. It needs to be fixed. It needs to be adjusted. But repeal, I've never thought was the answer. I think that would be a tragedy, wrong policy, and I will certainly oppose it.
All right, we shall see what happens in these next 100 days and beyond. Senator Angus King, thanks so much for being on New Day.
Thank you, Allison.
We, of course, have much more coverage of this historic election, including a live interview with Donald Trump's campaign manager. So let's get right to it.
This is CNN Breaking News.
We want to welcome our viewers in the United States and around the world. You are watching New Day, and what a morning it is here. The American people have spoken, and Donald Trump will be the 45th president of the United States. Trump seizing on voter frustrations to defeat Hillary Clinton.
My entire life in business, looking at the untapped potential in projects and in people all over the world. That is now what I want to do for our country.
On the phone. She hasn't addressed the American people yet. We are expecting that to happen soon. We do now know that President Obama called Trump to congratulate him. The two men plan to meet on Thursday. Republicans had a big night. Even beyond the presidency, they keep the Senate, they keep the House. Markets around the world were expected